You can choose to let the things that happen to you hold you back and keep you in a negative mind space. Or you can choose to learn from the negative things that happen to you and put yourself in a positive headspace. My name is Monet, and we talk about all things self-healing, self-development, and personal growth. So if this is something that you're interested in, stay tuned to another episode of Reinventing Me. Today, we are going to talk about positive thinking, how important that is. I remember a time when I was young and I just had a lot of negative thoughts, whether it was body shaming or just, not being motivated, just like little things in my head, right? Everybody have them bad thoughts that pop in your head every now and then, just down you. So I ended up learning a little bit about the mind and realizing how powerful it is. What you feed into your mind really matters. What you are consuming, like we talked about in the last video on how to stay motivated. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and check that out. So what we talked about was just how important it is to watch what you feed into your mind, because there's a lot of negative music out here, just being on social media. A lot of that can fill your head up with stuff, causing you to think negative. And a good way to stay positive is to fill your life with positivity, like we talked about. And I'm gonna always preach that. Feed your life with positivity. Say positive things to yourself. This one's not really gonna be a step-by-step video. It's gonna just be us talking, okay? So this is what you have to do. When you hear these negative thoughts, observe them in third person and listen as a third person. Listen to what you're hearing yourself say. Listen to the negative thoughts from outside and then correct it and be like, no, we're gonna say, it might be hard right now, but we got this. We've overcame more. I'm gonna correct those thoughts midway. Like soon as it's trying to play you, oh, I look fat. No, we look good. And we're gonna go to the gym so we can look better. You want to correct those thoughts and push yourself in a positive way. So if you do this months after months, eventually you won't even think negative. Everything that happens, you're gonna find a positive solution to it, because it's very much a perspective thing. I believe the root of negative thoughts is the fact that people choose to focus on the negative situation. So you want to put your perspective on the positive out of what happened. Every situation in your life, and I tell people this all the time, everything that has happened to you, there is some kind of positive outcome, whether you choose to look at it or not. Say your house caught on fire. Mine did, right? Lost our house, staying in a hotel. But the positive outcome out of it was that even though that happened, when we prayed to God, we ended up getting a 4-bedroom house that we've never had before. It was a tragic situation, but if we look at the good that came out of it, you change the perspective. You're not mad, oh, my house burned up when I was 14 and we lost everything. Oh my gosh, my life just sucks. Like, some people will look at it like that. Some people will choose to have that perspective instead of choosing to have the perspective of, man, our house burned down, but we ended up getting a 4-bedroom house, and that's the first time we ever had our own house, and it was amazing. Like, we had space. I got my own room. That had a positive outcome to it. Now, mind you, I was a kid at this time, but instead of me thinking so negatively about it, I chose to go the positive route about what happened. Always remember that if you're mad about a situation, stressed and depressed and all that stuff, take a step back and wonder, am I looking only at the negative? Am I trying to find the positive in this situation? Could this benefit me in some kind of way? Because God does everything for a reason. Everything in your life has been done for a reason. And if you look back to all the tragic things that have happened to you, you're the type of person that you are today because of those things. Whether good or bad, but it depends on how you take it. It's all about the perspective. You can choose to let the things that happen to you hold you back and keep you in a negative mind space. Or you can choose to learn from the negative things that happen to you and put yourself in a positive headspace. My lights was always out, or I didn't have no food when I was a kid, or, whatever it is, right? You can think of it, well, I didn't have this when I was a kid. I'm going to make sure I have it now as an adult. That's thinking in a positive way, because you could, blame your parents for not having food in the house or not having the lights on. Or you could be like, my parents couldn't do that. Let me make sure I do that in my house. Let me make sure I'm able to keep lights and food in my house. Just an example. You have to find the positive in everything. And by you taking the slow steps of just training your mind to think positive, you got to catch them negative thoughts. Don't just let thoughts fall in your head. Listen to those. Train yourself to correct those. Say, no, this is not what we're doing. We're not downing ourselves today. We're not saying we can't do it. We're not, calling ourselves names or nitpicking on how we look or whatever the case may be. We're not doing that. We're not going to have that negative mindset. We're going to try to find something positive, and we're going to correct it with something positive. Yeah, this is going on, but let's do this. And we're doing this. And that's okay. So just correcting your mindset and choosing positivity. That is literally what it is. That's going to be the title. It's choose positivity. At the end of the day, that is what's going to produce a positive outcome. Now let's get deeper, right? So if we go get deeper, you start to train your thoughts, right? And you push all the negative thoughts out, because eventually once you continue to speak positivity to yourself and correct the negative thoughts, eventually it just stops coming. You just can't think negative. I promise you, freaking I did it. It's happened. It happens. All the negative thoughts will be gone. You'll be one positive, go-lucky person. It's good. God gonna figure it out. You're gonna be chill. I promise you, okay? So if you want me to go into more detail, I will pull up research for you. I'll get into the nitty gritty, okay? So we can renew that mind, because that's what we're here to do, right? Okay, so boom. Get them thoughts out your head, right? And then go and find the positivity in whatever situations that happen in your life. So say if there's something you're really angry about or something that triggers you, go back and figure out what negative experiences you have with that. You're going to know, because that's going to be the first thing you think about whenever that happens, is that one negative experience. Okay, this is what I did, right? Okay, so this is going all into renewing your mind, but this is what I did, right? So I took the negative experiences that happened in my life and I meditated on them, right? And I went back to that experience and I changed the memory with something positive. And it filled that hatred out of my heart. Now, I'm not nothing specialist in this, okay? I'm just telling y'all what I did. So I meditated, went through the negative experience I had, the hate I had on my heart. I changed those memories with positive experiences with that person or that situation. And it just renewed my heart. It healed my heart so much. And I suggest you try it if you are really angry about anything or really upset, because the reason you're so angry and upset is because you're dwelling on the negative part. I mean, this is probably even controversial or very crazy, right? But say you were in a situation, I ain't even gonna speak on that. I'm just gonna say that bad situations happen and something positive came out of it. Even if it's something small, something a couple months after it happened, something positive came out of it because you're where you're at now, and you're no longer in that situation. So just think about that. Look for the lights. Look for the lights, okay? Look for it in every situation. You look for the light, you put them positive thoughts in your head, man, you're going to be a positive, go-lucky person, and nothing can do no wrong. Like, and it's peaceful like that, because why worry? You know, God got you. He done made you through this far. He done got you through all the hoops that you done been through. You done passed every barrier, you know, like, you're good. So why start worrying? Just, okay, this tough right now, but watch me get through this. You know, watch me figure this out. Watch God guide me through this like he's done everything else. So just keep that in mind, and he's going to push you through. Just remember, there's something positive in everything that you've been through. Look for the light. You look for the light, you're going to be better off, because there's no point of being angry. And I can go have a forgiveness video as well too, if you guys want to talk about that, because I've had to forgive too. So that'll probably be the next video. But it was great chatting with y'all. Let me know if y'all liked it. If this is something y'all want to go deeper in, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss another episode of Reinventing Me. But it was a great talking to you guys. So